Okay, hold on. Before I start to play, I just want to explain what's going to happen in this video. When we get to the end of the video, you're going to hear me play the famous Scottish tune Loch Lomond from start to finish. But before I do that, I'm going to play it in starts and stops so I can break it down for you. All right, so here goes the opening phrase. Did you notice how I used the words opening phrase? That's because this is the beginning of a sentence, right from the first capital letter until the comma that concludes the first idea. Now, Loch Lomond is a song that has words, but that doesn't really matter. Even if we discussed a piece of music that didn't have words, or we decided not to talk about Loch Lomond's words today, you can still hear the sentence in the music itself. Let's hear that opening phrase one more time. Nice, and now let's hear the phrase that follows. There it was, the conclusion of the sentence. The tune concludes with one more sentence that is exactly the same length as the opening sentence, both in total and in each of its parts. And then the symmetry continues. Notice how symmetrical the sentence is too. Like if I were to keep a beat along to the music, like this, da 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 da, that both sides of the sentence, both phrases, would have the same number of beats in them. There's the opening phrase, and here comes the conclusion. This kind of structure is extremely common in music, and in all kinds of music, certainly in classical as well. So every time you listen now to anything at all, listen for this structure, listen for the sentence, whether there are lyrics or not. All right, so now I'm going to play the entire thing from start to finish, and you can listen for the sentences. You'll hear the first sentence that sounds like an opener, and the second sentence that sounds like a conclusion. And then I'll play it all over again with a little bit of variation so that you get the pleasure of hearing those initial two sentences that make up the song one more time. I'd like to conclude this video by saying that the reason I introduced this topic of the musical sentence and musical phrases is because I wouldn't want anyone to miss it. It's something you definitely want to listen for that will really enhance your experience of listening to music. By looking at just this one aspect of music, we've uncovered some mathematics, like music symmetry. We've uncovered humanity because we've found language in the music. And when we say that there's language in music, that can mean so many things. There are many reasons for that, but I think quite literally we can hear the sentences and the phrases